Hello and welcome to our final project presentation for the course 3D Rendering and Compositions called DIG 22303. Today our group will be presenting a 3D animate short film created using Blender.
Hello everyone, for this project we create a short 3D animation using Blender. The story features a doctor working in a hospital office, doing simple tasks like typing, thinking and interacting with objects. Our aim was to show realistic movement, lighting and texture in a cramped and professional environment. The title of our project is 3D Character Animation Malaysian Hero, as it highlights the everyday contribution of doctors in a meaningful and respectful way. To complete this animation, we follow a step-by-step plan. We start by developing the concept, storyboard and animatic. Then we model the character and the hospital environment. After that, we apply texture and lighting to create a more realistic look. We animate the doctor action and render the scene using both Eevee and Cycles to compare results. Finally, we edit the comparing of animation for the final presentation.
At this slide, I will explain our 3D modeling project. The scene is a doctor's office, clean and professional. It has a desk, chair, computer, and a skeleton model. We use Blender for modeling. Basic tools like Extra and Bevel were used. We keep the model simple, low to medium poly for fast work. First, the doctor made with mirror and subdivision for symmetry. The desk has drawers made with insert and bevel. Computer and chair are simple low poly shapes. The skeleton is just for decoration. For textures, we use two methods. The face is hand-drawn with UV mapping. Everything else use procedural texture made inside Blender. No image texture, so file size stays small. For the materials, we adjust roughness and metallic volume for realism. The face is simple but fits the style. Procedural texture make rendering fast with no problems.
In this sense, we use three types of lighting: point light, area light, and sunlight. Point light adds local brightness, especially to highlight objects or facial areas. Area lights provide soft and diffuse light, reducing harsh shadows. Sunlight simulates natural daylight, especially in indoor scenes. The key light was placed front left of the character for clear visibility. The fine light helped reduce contrast, and the back or dim light create depth and help separate the character from the background. In self rendering, shadows and reflections look more realistic and smoother. In comparisons, Eevee rendering was faster but appeared flatter. For the camera setup, we use mostly static angles with slight movement to keep the viewer's focus. We follow the rules of thirds and place the camera at eye level to match the character's perspective. Some general pan and zoom were added to simulate cinematic motions. In Celsius, we also applied a depth of flight effect where the background is slightly blurred to keep attention on the main subject.
Here is keyframe and motion. The main motion comes from camera zoom and movement. Keyframes were used to control the camera's position and focus. There was no detailed character animation. The smooth camera flow helped show story progress clearly. The first challenge is character look stiff. The solution is adjust motion curves using easing in Graph Editor. And the second challenge is cross clipping into body. And the solution is use shape key, fix collision setting, and change camera angles. And the third challenge is render complete to LED. For this solution is plan rendering schedule earlier. And the last challenge is animation lag smooth. The solution is add suitable lighting and background music. Here is the difference between Eevee and Cycles. First, let's talk about render speed. Eevee is very fast, often completing in an hour or less, which makes it ideal for test renders or animation previews. For the Cycle, it's very slow, and a full render can take 2 to 4 days, especially for complete scene. Second, the visual quality. Eevee provides real-time preview, but the result is less realistic. Cycle, however, produces photorealistic, high-quality output, which look much more like real life. Third, lighting accuracy. Eevee use screen space effects, which are fast but not always accurate. Cycle simulated light physically and accurately, giving you more believable lighting and shadow. And the next is material support. Eevee support most material but lack deep when it comes to complete shaders. Cycle can handle complete shaders and transparency much better, making it more suitable for realistic materials. And the last, best use case. Eevee is great for scene previews and animation blocking, especially when you need speed. Cycles is best for final rendering, where you want high fidelity output for professional results.
Through this project, our group learned the full 3D animation workflow, from modeling to final rendering. We also gained a better understanding on how lighting and camera setup can improve the visual quality of an animation. This process helped us improve teamwork and project planning. For future projects, We aim to improve facial animation and movement. We also plan to use better lighting setup and start rendering earlier. Adding sound effect will also help enhance storytelling. That's all from our group presentation. Thank you for your time.